Molly, finish. Yeah. Nice. That was well done. Okay, hometown cable fans, we're here at Northeastern Clinton Central School. I never know the date, so Calvin's going to have to help me with that. It's the Tuesday, September 15th, 2009. We get a CVAC Division I matchup between the visiting Red Storm of Saranac Lake and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. Calvin was busy covering the cross-country meet that's going on here at Northeastern, so he showed up a little bit late, and there's a shot by Mallory Honan that just goes just over the crossbar. Cougars with a early 2-goal lead with less than 10 minutes gone in the first half. Just to catch you up, Molly Roush has been on fire. She got 2 assists already. Put a beautiful centering pass to Mallory Honan, who knocked that in at the 7-minute mark, and then just a couple minutes later, Molly crossed another one that Mary Elizabeth Frankie bodied into the goal on a beautiful service into the box. It's been mostly all Cougars to this point. The Red Storm has mounted a few offensive punches, but again, the Cougars have been controlling most of the play. Try to get you caught up with what's going on here. The Red Storm on the throw-in and gets back out and get that one back. There's a ball to the back. There's a little breakaway for Saranac Lake, but that rolls over the end line for a goal kick. Aisha Loya put that into play. This is base yard. She can't control it. Okay, it'll take me a couple minutes here to get caught up on the names of the Saranac Lake players, but this is Frankie. She tries to get one forward. That gets blocked. There's a long ball back to Katrina Guerin. She settles that. Passes it over to Lamberton. Up to Taylor. Up to Kelsey. And that one gets picked off by a Saranac Lake player. This is Bianca Grimshaw with the ball into the center. Here's Frankie looking for a little bit of space. She's got bodies up front. Beats one defender. Here's a pass to the wing. This is Jackie Fales giving chase, but that's broken up nicely by the Saranac Lake defender. That's number 5, Shannon Muldowney. And she knocks that out of bounds, and the Red Storm will retain possession. Ball being thrown in by number 2. That's Alex Covert. She gets it in to her winger. And then it slides out of bounds. Ashley Lamberton puts that into play. Up to Fales. She's battling with a couple of Saranac players. Ball's loose at midfield. Finally kick free. Guerin corrals that. Knocks it back the other way. Looking for a body to get on that. Let's see, we got 3 defenders. And another ball pushed forward. This is Grimshaw. Leading the charge. Puts that one forward, and the goalie comes out and picks that up. Now, any idea, Veda, which goalie we're talking about here?
Chantel.
Okay, Chantel Charlotte in goal for the Red Storm. Comes out to make that save. This is nice play into the box by the Red Storm, but that gets broken up by Guerin. She pushes it up to Frankie with lots of room in the center. Carries the ball forward. She's got 3 white shirts to look at. Makes a nice move around that defender. Takes it up the sideline. Still got the ball. Beats another one into the box. Hesitates on that. Kicks it off the leg of number 23 for the Red Storm. That would be right. Radonchik? Okay. We'll just call her Salima. Radonchik. Okay. I believe she plays basketball. I think I've said that name once or twice. Okay, this ball is cleared out by the Red Storm out near midfield. This is Bianca Grimshaw battling for it. She loses that battle, and here comes the Red Storm back the other way with a little bit of room to play, and that's broken up nicely by Jessica Ashline. She's got some room, puts it over to Fales on the wing, and she gets that to Frankie in the center, over to Kelsey. Kelsey makes a move. It's that ball up to the forward line. This is Melinda Bayshard. She's still got control of it. Touches it by one. Gets it over to the wing. This is Fales. Doesn't quite be able to control that, and that is number 14. I'm going to get these. That's Maggie Nestor. Good play, but that gets taken away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Red Storm throw in. We got substitutions for both sides. All right, back to action after the substitution. Calvin reminded me to mention the officials for tonight's game. We get Mr. Lambert and Mr. Bushy working the game this afternoon. This is one of the new entrants in the game. Trying to keep up with that. That's Liza Lennon that had the ball. I'm sorry, we got behind a little bit. A lot of play in the midfield. Back and forth action. This is Lamberton. She gets it in. This is Allie Ebersol's checked into the game. Let's see who else is in here for you. This is Paige Southwick with the ball. She's battling it. And doesn't quite keep control of that. We get 3 Red Storm surrounding the ball. Back out to the center. This is number 11, Jackie Doobie. Puts it up to number 15 on the front line. That's Chelsea Piatris. And Cougar defense steps up to that, takes care of it, up to the wing. This is Bayshard, trying to get by that defender, and can't quite do it. Ball goes out of bounds. That's Ashley Goyette with the throw in, and that's along the far sideline. That goes out of bounds. Cougar ball again. Throws it down the wing to Bayshard. She gets tries to get it across, but it's defended nicely by number 5. I'm going to call her name quite a bit. Shannon Muldowney's playing a pretty strong game on the back line, and rolls over the back line for a goal kick. Ball's back in play. This is Nestor. Keeps it in. This is Lamberton. Feeds it to the center, but picked up by the Red Storm. Back down in the corner, and Ashley Lamberton giving chase. Gets the ball cleared out. Up to Southwick. Doesn't quite make a stop on that one. Here's the ball in the center of the box, but Guerin misplays that one, but Loya's right there to pick it up. Could have been a costly mistake, but it turns out to be just fine. This is Goyette. A little bit of space. And that comes up to Fales. This is Marks with the ball. Looking for somebody to pass to. Gets it through to Fales. This is an opportunity here in the box. Kicks it off a defender. She gets the ball back, and we got a handball on White. Red Storm put it back in play rather quickly. This is Lamberton. Puts the ball back up into the box. Cleared by Muldowney. Lamberton again. With Lennon on her. She strips her from the ball. She's got somebody open in the center, but Lamberton gets back and breaks up that play. Up to the center. Nobody there for the Cougars. It's taken by number 7, Jen Perrier. And Cougars get called for a charge, so we get a direct kick for the Red Storm here. Let's see how they set up for their set piece. This is number 17, Ava Tyler. I'm sorry. What?
Does that count as a foul?
Yes, ma'am. Sure does. This is Five-Eye working for it, but gets it taken away. And a little scramble on the ground, but Red Storm coming away with it. Eversol clears it to the wing. And gets kicked out of bounds. Cougar ball. Oh, substitutions. Here's Honan in this center with some room. Puts it up. Tries to put it up to the wing, but it's defended nicely. Honan gets the ball back. This is Eversol. She gets flattened. So the Cougars with a opportunity here. This will be Guerin with the kick. Lofted it towards the goal. Bounces once, and Charlin comes up with a save. Punts the ball out. Five-Eye gets a head on it, but goes the wrong way. This is Guerin. Taps it up to the wing. That ball goes out of bounds to the Red Storm. Radonczyk puts it in. That's Tyler. Up to Guerin. Guerin makes a one Red Storm miss. He's carrying it across field. Up to the wing. This is Mesh there, giving chase, and can't catch up to it before it goes out of bounds. More substitutions for the Red Storm. Ball's in play, crossed by Eversol. There's a nice play up to the forward line. This is number 12, Mackenzie Cotter carrying the ball and gets that knocked away. This is Goyette. Puts it up to the wing. This is Nash there. She gets around her defender. Puts it into the box. Looks like it goes off a defender, and it'll be a Cougar corner kick. Five-Eye puts the ball in the box. Cougars can't get a foot on it. Cleared out. This is Lamberton. Pops it up in the air. It hits the ground. It's Mashter fighting for it. Radonczyk comes out with the ball and clears it up the wing. Kept in by Alyssa Rabideau. We're going to have another substitution. Throw in goes up the wing. And here's the Red Storm with a little threat. And Rabideau breaks that up. Who's that girl over there on that wing? Number 9. Come on, Beatty, you got to help me out with this stuff.
Sorry.
That's Hope Laramie. Showing some good speed down that left wing. There's Five-Eye. Clears it up to Honan. And she controls it. Gets it pushed forward nicely by Mashter. Here's Honan in the box. Little one-on-one action. Gets it across and knocks it off to the side of the goal. The Red Storm dodged a bullet there. She had Bree Fozier wide open, and all she had to do was cross it back to her, and it would have been an easy goal, but thought she had the angle. Ball put back in play. Okay, this is Eversol. Gets it to Honan. Honan, nice move there. Here's this is Fozier. Puts it back across. Nobody there. Thought she got away with it, but the ball bounced up and hit her hand, and right in front of the official. So he called that. Be a direct kick for the Red Storm. Ball's put back in play. Comes up the wing and out of bounds. Ashley Lamberton will put it in play. Puts it in. It's into the center to Eversol. tries to control it, taps it forward for Honan. This is mashed there. And she doesn't seem to be able to get anything going. Here's Rabbit, who puts it back into the box, but cleared out by Muldowney. This is Lamberton. Pops another one up. Get somebody hustling on that. This is actually Guyette showing some good hustle, and the ball goes out of bounds, and we got a goal kick. 15 minutes and 40 seconds to remaining in the first half. Here's Cougars keeping the pressure on. Red Storm having a hard time clearing the ball out. Here's Ebersol fighting with the ball. She's got it. Puts it into the box. Honan gets beat to the ball by Muldowney. And she carries it out. Sends it up. Rabideau breaks that up. Here's 5i with a little bit of space. Looking for somebody to pass to. Sends it in. Dangerous shot. Bounces in front of the goalie, but Chantel Charlin comes up with that one. Punts it back out. It's 5i again with the control. Should probably rifle this one. That one goes wide. Here's Mashter, but she just can't corral that. That pops out of bounds for another goal kick. She had plenty of time on that. She had settled that. Maybe got a decent shot off. Red Storm put the ball in play. Rabideau puts it back in. All the white shirts are all bunched up in one spot. This is Honan looking for somebody. No, that's Mara 5i takes a shot from 20 yards out and goes a little bit wide. And another goal kick. Ball's put in play. Gets by Rabideau this time. She's showing her speed with a couple of Red Storm attackers right on her. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will get the throw in. All right, that's Gardner. Okay, this one is actually Guyette. Pops it up. This is Mallory Honan. She's got the ball with a little bit of space. Beats one defender in the box. Taps it to the goalie, and she controls it. Puts that back out. This is Ebersol. Gives it up to Guyette. Guyette puts it in the box, but Muldowney comes out and takes care of that. Here's a nice pass by Ebersol to Honan. She can't beat her defender. Here's Paige Southwick. And she gets the ball stripped from her, but maintains possession. Still got control. Puts it in the middle. There's 5i. Knocks it out of bounds, but it goes off a Red Storm defender. So we got subs for both teams. Biggest gossiper in school. Red Storm mounting a little bit of attack here. Guerin breaks that play up. Up to Southwick. Let's get by that defender. And the ball goes out of bounds. All right, that's number 19. Was that same winger? That's Chelsea LaFountain that made that nice move up the right wing here. It got broken up by a pretty staunch defense on the Cougars. Here's LaFountain again. And Lamberton knocks it out of bounds. This is Covert with the throw in. Here's Lamberton. Yeah, she gives up on it, and Nestor takes care of it. Ebersol clears it up. It's booted back in. And here's a ball in the box with, that's number 3, Brittany Gardner giving chase. And Guerin clears that out. This is Frankie. Sends a long ball up. Hits Honan in the back. That's probably a good thing because she maintains control of it. Pops it over to Molly Roush. Roush has got it on that right wing. Sends the ball across, and it goes over the end line. So it'll be a goal kick for the Red Storm. It's good ball movement by the Cougars. More substitutions for Red Storm. That's Chelsea Petrus checks back into the game. This is Roush. Beats her defender. Carries it down, sends it across, headed out by Muldowney. There's Roush, kicks it back in the box. And that goes out. Looks like it'll be a Cougar throw-in. Ball's thrown into the area. Here's Ebersol. Gets a shot off left-footed. That's blocked by Muldowney. This is Grimshaw on the back line. She gets it free. This is Roush. Looking for a little bit of space. Gets off a left-footed shot, and Charlin is equal to that task. The Cougars are packing all of their players in that box. It's getting kind of crowded in there. They'd be better served to spread out just a little bit. Here's Lamberton. Up to Frankie. She's got help. Gets off a tough shot, and Charlin makes a nice save on that one. That was a good low shot by Mary Frankie, but the goalie came up with a nice play there. Here's Frankie again. She keeps control. Puts it across. This is Roush. Lots of room here. Gets off a shot, and that goes wide. That's me. I wouldn't mark down a shot unless it was a shot.
A good one.
A good one, yeah. I wouldn't have had an opportunity of going in. This is Guerin. At the midfield. Defends nicely on that one. This is Ebersol. Here's Lamberton to break up this play, hopefully. And Guerin takes care of all that. This is Nestor. She gets charged for the push. Guerin puts it in play. This is Ebersol. Midfield play here. Rabideau steps up, breaks up that play. Lamberton watches it roll out. We're going to white throw in. And we got stoppage of play. More substitutes is coming in. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. Back to action. Ashley Lamberton throws it in. Goes off Elijah Lennon. Taylor Kelsey throws that in. Here's Frankie. Looks for a little bit of room. Gives it over to Roush in the corner. She's in the box. Puts it across. Oh, Charlin can't quite hang on to that one, and Fozier puts it in the corner. Charlin came out and made a nice play on the ball, but was unable to keep control of it. And with all those white shirts in the box, somebody was sure to come up with a loose ball, and Bree Fozier knocks it into an open net. So it's 7 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first half. It's Cougars 3, the Red Storm nothing.
What was the assist?
I know. All right, back to action. We get Bree Fozier on the goal and Mary Frankie on the assist. I'm sorry, Mary Elizabeth Frankie on the assist. Here's the Red Storm trying to mount a little bit of attack, and Loyal comes out. And grabs that. It's not a shot.
Huh?
It's not a shot.
I didn't even see it. I just saw her catch it.
Not a shot or a save. Again, if it doesn't, ball's in the midfield there. Grimshaw runs right by that one. Here's Frankie. She gets it loose. Honan makes a move and comes up with the ball. Here's Fozier, wide open. Takes a shot and just wide. All right, back to action. Red Storm put it in play. This is Deanna Lutz with that try, but can't seem to keep it in. Here's Kelsey over to Lamberton. Lamberton looking for a little bit of space. Gives it to Lutz on the wing. Brings it into the box, but loses control, and the Red Storm take it away. Back down the corner, and it'll be a goal kick to the Red Storm. Didn't say you did anything right or wrong. Just that's the way it goes. Here's Lutz with a nice cross into the box. Nobody there to tap that in. And Red Storm tried to clear it out. Bounces off a defender right back to Charlene. She punts that out to the wing. Gets it back into the center. This is Ashline on the defense here. But the Red Storm come away with the ball, and it goes out of bounds. The red ball. Okay, this is Ashline in a big group of red jerseys. It's Lamberton. She's got control. Still got the ball. Looking for some support. There's a nice move to get around her defender. Puts it into the box. This is Marks. Steps over the ball. Tries to get a shot off, but can't get her foot on it. And Kelsey gets it back into play. This is Ashline. It's broken up by number 9. That's Hope Laramie, and this is up to the wing now. We've got Red Storm got a little bit of an attack going, but Katrina Guerin breaks that up. Gets it up to Frankie. Frankie makes a move by one defender. Gets it up to Marks. Here's Marks with lots of room in the middle. And that's broken up by Muldowney nicely. She carries that up. Nobody there. Frankie was going up to assist on the offense. Here's Muldowney carrying it into the offensive end. Puts a nice through ball, but that's going to roll all the way to the goalie. Good individual effort by Shannon Muldowney there to show a little bit of pep for a team that's down by 3 goals. Here's Frankie over to Kelsey. Kelsey looking for somebody to pass to, and that gets to the defender's head. That's off Frankie. Rolls back, and that's cleared out. This is Kelsey. And that goes out of bounds. Ball's back in play. This is broken up by Guerin and tapped over to Lamberton. Gets it up to the front line. This is Marks, puts it into the box, and Muldowney's forced to play that. Here's Lutz, takes it away from her. She's got it in the corner. Gets it by her, but Muldowney takes care of that. Kelsey strips it from her. And the ball's still in play. And it's out. Throw into Saranac Lake. Again, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. There's Red Storm. The ball into the center, but Rabideau breaks that up. Rolls out of bounds. Red Storm throw in. That's Nestor. Takes the throw in. Grimshaw breaks that up. This is Lutz. Gets it back to Grimshaw. Lots of room to play with. Puts the ball up to the wing. This is Bayshard. Gets it over to the open wing. This is Marks. Looking to put across. Puts the ball into the 6, and Charlene is there to scoop that up. Punts it out to the wing. Back into the center for Nestor. Frankie takes that away from her. This is Lutz. Taps it back over to Frankie. Takes one move, but can't seem to get a shot off. Back out to Lutz. Muldowney breaks that up. This is Perrier. Gets it out to Lennon. Lamberton breaks that up, and it goes out of bounds. And it's a Saranac Lake ball. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Lamberton takes care of that. Ball gets by her. This is Lennon. Grimshaw breaks that up and gets back to Lennon. Lennon's got a little bit of room. She's got 2 defenders, and Lamberton takes it away from her. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Saranac Lake throw in. 45 seconds to go in the half. Ooh, that could have been a handball. officials didn't see that one, and the ball goes out of bounds. This is Red Storm with a little bit of threat here in the closing seconds of the first half. That goes out of bounds, and another Saranac Lake throw in. This is 10 seconds to go. This is Bayshard. And that'll be the end of the first half. So after 40 minutes of play, it's the Cougars 3, the Red Storm 0. And we're back to action here. Second half. Just underway. The Cougars get the ball right off. Roush sends it into the box. Nice defense by number 2, Alex Covert. Cougar throw in. That gets cleared out by Muldowney. This is LaFountain up the wing. It's taken care of by Lamberton. Well, LaFountain takes care of that. And this is Jackie Doobie, but that gets broken up. Here's Kelsey. Muldowney knocks that. Here's Five Ice sending one up. This is Fozier. Nice touch. Gets by her defender. Sticks it out to the wing. This is Guyette in the box. Sends a nice cross across. And that one gets broken up by Alex Covert. Ball goes out of bounds. Cougars retain possession. This is Frankie. Here's Honan. Puts it off a defender, and that'll be a Cougar corner kick. So it'll be Frankie to take the kick. Sends the ball across, and that's Muldowney. Oh, sorry. And there's Rabideau unleashes one, not anywhere near the goal. Okay, and Red Storm will get a goal kick out of this. That's Hope Laramie. Can't control it. Guyette on the throw in. This is Muldowney. Goes behind her. And Honan heads it, but can't control it. And that goes out of bounds. Goal kick over to Saranac Lake. And ball's put in play. This is Frankie. She turns that back around. Gives it up to Honan. Doesn't control the ball, and it rolls into the box. Cleared out by Doobie. Here's Lamberton. Gets by one defender, but gets picked off by Muldowney. That ball goes off of Honan, and here we go. The Red Storm have a little something going. And we get a little breakaway here. Nice shot. Loya knocks that down. I don't think it was headed for the goal anyway, but she made a nice stop on it. And that ball's back out to midfield, and the Red Storm keep it in their end of the field. And that looks like that might be a trip. I don't think it was intentional, but Cougar player went down anyway. That was Cotter. And this is Muldowney showing all kinds of hustle. That ball goes out of bounds. Here's Goyette with the throw in. That's Honan. This is Covert. And again, that's number 9, Laramie. Ball goes out of bounds. Cougars throw it in. That ball goes out of bounds. This is Fozier. Another throw in for the Cougars. This is Frankie. Fozier, back to Frankie. Into the center. Over to Honan. Honan to the corner for Roush. Roush looking for a cross. Gets it over. Knocked out by Covert. Back to Roush. She carries it out. Here's Kelsey. Puts it into the box. And that's cleared away by number 18. That player is... They don't have an 18. Can't tell you what her name is. It's not on the roster. So, got an 18 over there, Veda?
Nope.
No.
No. Wait, yes, I do. Mallory. Her name's Mallory.
Mallory. Does she have a last name?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Father.
Mallory Cotter. Oh, yes. Right up here. I see it. Okay. Got it. This is Muldowney. Into the center. For Doobie. 5-eye breaks that up. Gives it up to Lamberton. Red Storm come away with it. Into the center again, and Rabideau breaks that up. This is Frankie. Up to Goyette. Goyette puts it back a little bit too long for Frankie, and Muldowney breaks that up. Pops it up to Doobie. And Guerin breaks that up. This is 5-eye. Touches it over to the to Taylor Kelsey. Kelsey puts it back to 5-eye, but number 14, Nestor, steps in front of that. This is Kelsey. Again, Red Storm with a little bit of an offensive attack here. That's Cotter. And Rabideau breaks that up. This is Goyette. Fozier battles for it. Retains possession. Puts it over in the corner for Honan. Here's Honan. Takes it down onto the end line. Makes a little bit of a move. Still has possession. This is Fozier. She gets it in space. Here's a wide open shot for Frankie. She knocks it off of a defender. That's Ava Tyler. Roush corrals that. This is Kelsey. Back to Roush. Back to Kelsey. She's got Nestor on her. It's a good defensive play by the Red Storm, and they come away with the ball. Lamberton breaks that up nicely, but the Red Storm get the ball back. Goes out of bounds. Saranac Lake throw in. That's LaFountain over on the right wing. Ball's into Nestor. It's kicked to the corner. This is LaFountain. There's a service into the box, and that's going to go out of bounds. A goal kick to the Cougars. Substitution for the Cougars. Moya puts that in play. Kicks it back out. It's knocked back to her, and then plays it back out again. This is Roush. Beats her man. Kicks it through to Frankie. Frankie tries to get by Muldowney, but that's no easy task. She finally does get by her. Get a little bit of room. Into the center for Honan. Honan can't control it. And Red Storm break that up. This is Kelsey. Ball goes out of bounds. Cougar throw in. 18, okay. 18 and 12 are both scotters. Okay, here we go. This is Honan. That kick goes backwards. This is Frankie. Over to Roush. Back to Frankie. Back to Roush. It's the ball in the center. Oh, and that's cleared out by number 23, Radoncic. A little bit of a collision there with Grimshaw, and that's no easy task. This is Roush. Into the box. Here's Honan. Looking for somebody to pass to. Sash line. Gets it taken away. Here's Frankie. This is Honan. Gets a shot off from 20 yards out, and that's going to go off a defender for a corner kick. All right, Frankie to put this ball in play. Comes low across, played by the defender off that front post, and there's a dangerous ball in the box, but no Cougar can get a foot on it. It's cleared out up to the front line and put back in play by Guerin. This is Frankie. She's got control of it. Here's Honan. Makes a move. Again, defended nicely by the Red Storm. That's Laramie. Here's Roush. Kelsey puts a long shot on goal, and that goes over the crossbar and out of bounds. Goal kick for the Red Storm. I think we got a new goalie, Veda. Who do we got in goal for the Red Storm this time? You think that's Molly Burgess? Or do you think it's Christy Crookshank? We're gonna guess that it's Burgess. If it's not, I apologize to Miss Crookshank for and all the Crookshanks. I'm sorry.
And some of the Burgess.
And some of the Burgess. This is Roush. Takes it to the end line, turns it back around, back into the box. Ball hits the ground. Here's Fozier with a little chance, and Burgess comes out and makes that pickup. And she whiffs on the punt, but nobody there to look at that. And Revenue puts that back into play, bounces down the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds. So we get 28 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the game. Cougars clinging to that 3-0 lead. This is Muldowney. Lamberton. Back to Guerin. Guerin punches it up to the front line. This is Frankie. Let's move around. Muldowney out to the wing for Fozier. Fozier puts a nice ball into the box. Oh, and Frankie bangs one off the post, and Grimshaw puts it back in play, and Burgess makes a nice recovery there. That ball was headed for the corner of the net, and she makes a nice recovery off that in close range blast from Mary Elizabeth Frankie to come back and take care of the rebound. That was a nice play by that goalie who'd been spent the first half on the bench. Pretty good. That's the best grade A scoring opportunity the Cougars have had in the second half. Another corner kick. This is Kelsey. Into the box. This is Frankie. Gets it taken away by her own player. And a little scramble in the box, but it gets cleared out. This is Kelsey. Lamberton puts it back in. Here's Grimshaw. She can't control it. Pops out towards midfield. And Guerin puts that back in. This is Frankie. It's a low shot, and Burgess comes up with that one. Okay, that's Lamberton. Gets the throw in. Yeah, it's number 15, Petrus. Again, they get it down in the corner. To number 4, that's Liza Lennon. Here's Lamberton comes out with it. Cotter puts that back up. Kelsey to the center. This is Lutz. Looking for the wing. And that goes out of bounds to the Red Storm. Okay. Cougars with a throw in. Ball rolls down. It's Perrier turns around, sends it back up. Here's a nice ball to the center. That's number 24. We haven't called her name too much. That's Aubrey Fox. This is Cotter. Up to Lennon. Cougars with a throw in. That ball's headed to the center. This is Ebersol. Touches it up to the front line, and it gets played, but here's Bayshard. Gets her foot on it, gets it back in the box, and that's cleared out by number 2, Alex Covert, for another corner kick for the Cougars. All right, that's Bianca Grimshaw with the corner kick, and again Burgess comes up with a nice play. It's that ball, a quick restart here, and catch the Cougars a little bit flat-footed, but Garen's there to take care of that. That's for Duncic. Whips on that clearing pass. This is Covert. He tries to clear it out, and Ashline takes care of that, knocks it over the end line for a goal kick. Here, send Veda down there to ask him. Veda, go ask him. Okay, we're back to action. This is Jessica Ashline battling for the ball, and Bayshard gives a nice ball to Ashline, who puts it over to the end line, and Burgess comes out and picks it up. This is Lamberton. Over to Fails. Tries to make a pass in the center. That gets broken up. And this is Red Storm come away with it. That's Laramie. Okay, I should know this. She's touched the ball about 50 times. There's Fails. Gets it over to Lutz. Lutz having a hard time controlling it. This is Southwick. Keeps it in. Creating a little space here. Puts the ball into the center, but it gets broken up. There's a through ball, and Garen's going to take care of that. That's Cutter. That ball's up to the right wing, goes out of bounds off of White. Looks like it's going to be a throw in for the Red Storm. Field. Okay, ball's in. This is Ashline. Tries to get it up to Bayshard, but that gets through. Ebersol comes up with it. Switches fields. That's broken up by Covert. Not Covert. Got a new defender in there. Mixing me all up now. This is Garen. Breaks up that threat. That was Tyler on that defensive play. This is Ebersol. Nobody to pass to. There's Ashline. Tries to get it out to the wing. Goes off a defender. Should be a white ball. This is Ashline. Gets it up to Bayshard, a little bit too strong, and that's over the end line. And looks like the Red Storm will take a goal kick. That's Tyler. Up to Nestor. Kicks it out of bounds. Cougars to throw in. More substitutions. This is Ebersol. She gets the ball taken away by Perrier. There's Fox with the ball. This ball a little bit long. Garen's there to collect that. And can't quite control it. And get a little scramble for the ball. But the Red Storm come away with it. And goes out of bounds. And it'll be a white throw in. This is Bayshard. That's old Downey puts it back. A little ping pong match going here, kicking it back and forth. This is 5-Eye trying to get control. Punches it over to Southwick, and well, it's a illegal slide tackle or feet forward, I guess the official called that. Can't do that. And that ball gets bounced back up to midfield for Fails. This is Nestor. Here's Ebersol. Punches it up to the wing, and Fails tries to get it away, but have much success with that. Here's Ebersol. Over to the wing. Southwick can't keep it in. Goes out of bounds. 19 and a half minutes to go in the game. Ball finally goes out of bounds. You know, a whole gaggle of players all right in that one side of the field at midfield. There's a little nice ball that Eversole pops up. See if Bayshard can get this one free. She got it free in front of her. If she can get a shot off, nice shot, and Burgess comes up with a beauty save again. It was a good opportunity. Nice ball by Allie Eversole to send Melinda Bayshard in on one-on-one on a goalie. She gets off a decent shot, and Burgess is up to the task. This is fails. Over to 5-eye. That's Laramie on the return. 5-eye turns that one around, sends it up to the wing. This is Guyette. Nice ball to Bayshard. She's got some space. Turns and puts it into the box, and that goes off covert for another Cougar corner kick.
Wondering why you're pitting yourself.
This is 5-eye on the corner. Nice ball into the box, and Jackie Fales runs right by it. Here's Southwick showing some good hustle to keep that ball alive, and that's Ashley Lamberton puts it into the box, but nobody's there. Across the field, this is Guyette. Puts it into Bayshard. She can't handle it. It's cleared out by Radoncic. The Red Storm defenders have been putting up a pretty tough battle this afternoon. You can see they're starting to get a little, looks like they're starting to wear down just a little bit. Here's Eversole to 5-eye. She knocks that off of Muldowney. It's back to 5-eye. Muldowney breaks it up. Here's Guyette. Muldowney again. Here comes the Red Storm with numbers. They can make something happen. But Rabideau breaks that up, and Guyette's there to collect the loose ball. This is Lutz. It's the ball stripped by Radoncic. Up to Cotter. Cotter makes a nice move to get by Guyette. Another nice move. She's got some free space. Puts it into the center. This is Laramie. Is it Liza? I don't think it's Laramie. No, Lennon, I'm sorry. Got those two mixed up. That's Covert, clears the ball. This is Southwick. He's got a little bit of room. Gives it over to Lamberton. Up to Eversole. To 5-eye. Nice ball movement here. This is Eversole with some space. Tries to get it to the wing, but broken up nicely there by number 17, Ava Tyler. Substitutions for both sides. Back to action. 15 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. This is Frankie. That's Mesh there. Doesn't quite get a hold of it. This is Tyler. Looking to get the ball cleared. Mesh there ends up with the ball finally. Gets back to Tyler. We're going to do it all over again. And she gets it over to a little bit of help there. This is Frankie. Muldowney takes care of that. 5-eye gets it away from her. This is Laramie. 5-eye breaks that up. Gives it to Lamberton. Lamberton up to Frankie. Nice pass to Lamberton. Looking for some space. Gets a shot off from 20 yards out, and Burgess comes out and picks that up. All right, this is Doobie on the wing. She beats her man. She's got some space. Gets it over to Cotter. Oh, that's not Cotter. I'm sorry. That was LaFountain. And it's Doobie again. It's the ball up high in the box. Here's Cotter with a shot. And that's LaFountain. She tries to get a shot off, but Katrina Guerin's got that defended nicely. Here's Molly Roush in the center. Puts a nice through ball up to Courtney Marks. She's got that wing wide open, but doesn't quite get it out there. There she is. There's Smash Tear. Puts a through ball. If Molly can touch this, we might have some problems. But skids behind her. Got it down in the corner to the back line. Nice cross out to the 6. Here's wow, Frankie with a blast, and Burgess again with a nice stop. So Frankie lets go of a shot from about 11 yards out. And, Burgess picks that one up nicely. Here's Roush. Puts it down to the corner. A little move on her defender to the end line. Again, crosses it, and it goes out of bounds. Congratulate her. That's a good observation. All right. A little battle here. This is battle of the 23s down into the corner. And looks like we're going to have another Cougar corner kick. Molly. And this is 5-eye to put the corner kick in play. It's into the center of the box. It's loose out front. Doesn't look like anybody wants to get a foot on it. And ooh, it trickles to the end line. And Alex Covert makes a nice play there. And about 4 white shirts in there. It equals 8 feet, and nobody could get one on the ball. This is Marks. And that's broken up by the Red Storm. Comes up to Cotter, but she can't control it. Ashley Goyette takes care of that. This is Roush. Gives it to Marks. Back to the center. Here's Grimshaw with a shot. Didn't quite get enough wood on that, but Burgess makes it interesting, and that's the dive behind her to scoop that ball up. She said Molly, so I think we were on track. I heard the coach say Molly. Now, it could have been our coach saying it was a good play, Molly Roush, so we're still not absolutely certain of this, but ball goes out of bounds over to the Cougars. 11 and a half minutes left in the game. Oh, here's the Cougars. That's Goyette. Services went into the box. Played nicely by that's Tyler. I keep missing on that one. There's Muldowney, clears it out. This is Lamberton. Over to Kelsey. Back to Lamberton. Back to Kelsey. Okay, this is that ball. 5-eye can't handle that one. It hits the ground. Here's Frankie. Gets that taken away by number 7. That's Perrier. This is Petrus. Gets it taken away by Rabideau. Ball goes out of bounds. Red Storm retain possession. 10 and a half minutes to go in the game. Saranac Lake looks like it's got a little bit of life left in it. Wants to get a goal. Don't want to come out of here with a shutout. Here's Frankie. Gets the ball stripped by Radoncic. Up to Cotter. Cotter tries to get by Goyette. Can't do that. Here's Radoncic. That's over to Muldowney. Muldowney punches it up to the wing. This is Petrus. There's Rabideau. Good hustle there, and that might be a handball. That would be a foul for the Vikings. Here's Roush. Nice move. She breaks in all alone. Here's Roush with a shot. And as well as Burgess has been playing, I don't think that there's too many goalies in this league that are going to stop that shot. Here's Molly Roush. Breaks loose in the open field and doesn't make any mistakes on that. She's a math whiz. Plus she's got a piece of paper and a pencil.
30-14.
All right, so with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game, the Cougars make it a 4-0 game. This is mashed there. Can't control it. And everybody backs away from it, and the Red Storm come away with it. There's Guerin, a little bit of a mix-up in the center, but she stays calm and stays with the ball. This is Marks. Nice pass to the wing for Goyette. Goyette takes that up. Good idea, but that was defended well by Covert. Here's Roush, comes loose with the ball. She comes in tight, puts in another shot. That's going to be difficult for any goalie to stop. So Molly Roush with back-to-back goals in close. All right, so Molly Roush with 2 goals in about a 30-second span there, and That one was assisted by number 2, Ashley Guyette. And Cougars not willing to give up just yet. Here's the Red Storm on the attack. Guyette takes that away. This is Mary Elizabeth Frankie. A little bit of space. Puts long ball down in the corner. Here's Covert to cover that. She knocks it around Guyette. And they watch the ball roll out of bounds, and it'll be a Cougar throw in. Substitution. Here's the throw in, goes to Muldowney. Lutz muscles her off the ball, but loses it back to Muldowney. Muldowney chips it up. This will be Peaches, and Guerin takes that away. Centers it to Grimshaw. Grimshaw can't handle it, and Muldowney comes away with it, looking to do it all by herself. Here's number 3, that's Brittany Gardner. I called her name too much today, but it was a good play by her. And that's Nestor. Gardner again, up the wing. This is Peaches. What's in the center? 5i takes care of that. Ball goes out of bounds. Cougar throw in. This is Gardner. This is Marks. Over to Mashter. Get all the Cougars on one side of the field here. And that ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Red Storm throw in. Well, that ball boy doesn't seem to be able to keep up with the play down there. Yeah. He was right on the spot for that one, though. There's a nice play by Gardner, and that's 5i clears that out, and that goes all the way into the box, and Covert's there to cover that up. Marks on her. Gets the ball, but knocks it out of bounds. Throw in. Up the line. Gets by everybody. Guyette puts that into Grimshaw. Kicks it a little bit too long. Well, Downey takes care of that. Here's a ball into the center. Lutz can get there. She's got an opportunity, but taken care of by Tyler. And Kelsey takes that away from Tyler. Looking for the wing. Puts it up a little bit too far, and it's Red Storm's throw in. We got 6 minutes to go in the game. Cougars up 5-0. Here's 5i to Mashter. Mashter serves it into the box, but Burgess comes out and picks that up. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw in. More subs for the Cougars. All right, ball's back in play. This is Doobie. Puts it up. There's nobody there. Lamberton picks up that. This is Kelsey. Nope, ball's out of bounds. Doobie will throw it in. This is Ebersol. Up to Marks. Here's Lutz. Puts it up to Southwick. Carries it into the box. Gets it taken away by Nestor, but still there fighting for the ball. He's got the ball. Nice cross in the center. That's cleared by Muldowney. This is Southwick again. Back into the center. Marks puts it over to Mashter, but she can't handle it. And looks like that might roll out of bounds. And no, they catch up to it and keep it in play. This is Mashter. That's Tyler with a clear. Here's Lamberton. And she gets that taken away. Ball comes back to Katrina Guerin, standing at midfield. Gives it up to Ebersol. Ebersol to Lamberton. Back to Ebersol. Over to Kelsey. 4 minutes to go in the game. And that ball goes over to Laramie. Turns and rifles it into her own dugout. I don't know how she expects to get home tonight doing that kind of stuff. There's a ball bouncing around at midfield. That's Muldowney. Tries to get it up to the wing. That's Jackie Dubley over there. And looks like we got a white foul on that play. So the Red Storm come up with a direct kick here. This is Tyler. It's a nice ball, but a little off track and goes over the end line. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Cougars up 5-0. Mark that foul? Okay. Oh, that couldn't have felt good. All right, Ebersol clears that out, but kicked back in by Gardner. Again by Gardner. Back in the box, and that one's going to go over the end line for a goal kick. All right. Loya puts the ball in play. Over to Southwick. Goes off her knee and out of bounds. This is Nestor on the throw-in. Headed out by Ebersol. This is Grimshaw. Knocks it off a defender. Grimshaw throws it in. This is Lutz. Gets it taken away. Here's Ebersol. Turns and that goes to Gardner. Gardner kicks it up, but Grimshaw defends that. This is Ashline. That's Grimshaw on the defense. So there's number 19, Chelsea LaFountain, gets a shot off, but goes wide. This is the Red Storm, and it slips through the goalie's hands and into the net with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the game. The Red Storm get on the board. Okay, with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the game, the Red Storm get on the board. That's Jackie Doobie unassisted from in close. Got the shot. What do you want, 117? Okay, the timer was busy doing something else and forgot to start the clock, and the officials caught on to that pretty quickly. And anyway, we're back to action here with 1 minute and 5 to go in the game. And this is Kelsey. Looking for somebody to pass to. Gives it over to Southwick. Can't control it. Ball goes out of bounds. This is Ashline. Ashline into the center. This is Tyler. Here's Southwick. It's it back. This is Grimshaw. Makes a move around one defender. Got to get somebody out of the way, and that's a pretty decent shot. But looks like it's get a deflection, and we're going to have a Cougar corner kick with 20 seconds to go in the game. There's a ball into the box, and Southwick doesn't get ahead on it. 5 seconds to go. Kelsey tries to get a shot, but it bounces off her foot, and that'll be the ball game. So that's the way it was this Tuesday evening, September 15th, 2009. The Cougars, the final score, Cougars 5, the Red Storm 1. So we thank you for watching Hometown Cable Television, worth your support.